How's it going, YouTube? Just getting off work. Wanted to make a quick video about the Makita 36 volt combi system. You know, I got this maybe a couple months ago and I really liked it. Wanted to make a quick video just showing which attachments I have, how the machine works, my general impressions of it, and actually of battery powered stuff in general. You know, this is probably my third or fourth battery operated tool for landscaping that I buy, and probably the first one that I can use all day and I actually really like. You know, I have a lot of drills and saws of Makita, which have actually allowed me to accumulate you know, like 8+ batteries, which means I can run this thing all day and I didn't need to purchase any additional batteries, because I actually have like an echo blower and an echo trimmer, and I love them. You know, they have great runtime, a little bit under an hour, and great power, actually a little bit more power than this Makita. You know, and that's understandable. Makita, you know, they do drills and power tools, but Echo does, you know, what they do landscape and stuff, so it's understandable. It's a better machine. But this guy is a little bit less power, but you know, because I have all the batteries, I can run it all day. And you know, the power, you know, it's not something that you're gonna notice unless you're doing some like commercial or you're taking out, you know, some heavy stuff. You know, so for most guys that's not really gonna even matter. But yeah, you know, the Makita runs dual batteries. I've got the dual 18 volt 5 amps on here, and this gets me about an hour run time. So I can do you know, with my 8 batteries, I don't even have to charge any of them. I can get 4 hours time out of this, you know, and do trimming, cultivating, or hedge trimming, cultivating, string trimming. You know, you put the pole saw in there and take out a branch 20 feet high, or even 40 foot high with a ladder, and do hedges that high as well. You know, so you can run it all day. It's a great machine. You know, I love it just because, you know, there's no fumes, there's no pool start, there's none of the stuff that gas has. You know, the motors, the air filters, the spark plugs, all that stuff that can break down and needs maintenance. This doesn't need. It just has a battery and a motor. So, you know, it's kind of like they're copying what Tesla's doing. You know, it's a simple machine, which means the maintenance is better. You know, if this motor breaks, they probably just need to put a new motor. If this battery breaks, you just buy a new battery, whereas the machine is still going. You know, if you notice this 36 volt system, it's got a variable speed. It goes from like this little turtle to the rabbit. Let me see if I can turn it on. Yeah, it's got some battery in it. So right now it's at the rabbit, which, you know, if you're doing heavy work, you could put it there. And I've never really used it. I've done hedge trimming, string trimming, and cultivating on 1 and 2, just so I can have my battery last me longer, and it does just as well. But if I get, you know, maybe a branch I need to cut on the hedge that's too thick, I can put it on this higher setting and take it out. Or if I'm running low on battery, I can put it on the lower setting and try to conserve battery, so I don't have to come all the way back or go all the way and grab some batteries from the truck. And that's actually something funny I find about, you know, people's complaint about battery powered, because you know, they say, oh, I have to go get another battery. You know, when I'm on a hillside cutting grass and stuff, even on a commercial site, after an hour you need to go grab some gas, you know. So the problem would be, you know, with this machine, if it couldn't run all day, which it can, I mean. So that's not an issue. You know, the battery is just as bad as putting gas in it, I'd say. You know, so yeah. But anyways, let me show you a little bit more about the machine. It's got this reverse, so if you get jammed, you can put the reverse and it'll, you know, if you get your string trimmer jammed in a high grass or a dense grass, you can reverse it to get it easier out of there. You know, and then if you see this machine, you turn it on its side. So this is where the batteries go. It's got a nice kind of clip here. You see it's kind of scraped up already, because
you know, you're placing it on the ground, and you're just like your string trimmer, you want it to be able to not damage the batteries or the machine. So that's some good makita put on there. That's where the motor sits, you know, real small motor with a lot of power, which surprises me. I mean, look at this small motor, it's like as big as my hand. And then check out this steel motor on my string trimmer. It's huge. You know, this is the FS250. It's like the size of my hand. Same on this steel over here, hedge trimmer. Let me see what model this is. Does it have the model on it? No. You know, the model's probably up top there, but on the back. But you know, it's ridiculous. Huge models. This is even the Echo. All machines I love. Great power. Obviously more powerful than Makita. But do I need them all day or every day? No. You know, they come in handy for these huge projects that you just want to, you know, they suck to do. You want to have power. But for the 90% of jobs, for me at least, on my residential clients, you know, I can just use a Makita. What's up, Benji? Say hi to YouTube, boy. So yeah, you know, back to the machine. It's got its trigger here, and then this powers it, or maybe that's the reverse. This, you know, you have to put this down and then turn this lever so that you can use the machine. I guess that's a safety, if I'm corrected there. This one is so you can put your safety lanyard on there, so you can put it on your neck, and or you could have one of those cooler ones, the back straps. You know, I guess that's just if you're using it all day, you want it. I never really use that crap. Here's the handle. I really like the handle as well. It's a standard U handle. I like it. And that handle is actually, let's see how the steel one is. So I got the bicycle handle on this steel actually. I like that for hillsides that are level. Great, you know, for keeping it, you know, up to your chest so you can get a nice level grass cut. But over here, let's see, I actually like this Echo one a little bit better just because it's a little bit higher. If you notice, the U is a little bit higher than the Makita. I like that one a little bit better on the Makita, or on the Echo, than the Makita. But this one I think is a little bit wider. Let's see. Is it wider? No, I think they're about the same width. But yeah, these are my favorite type of handle actually. I don't like the bicycle handle. I actually want to take that off. It's good for hillsides, or you know, when you can't put a mower into a spot and you want to really like take out like a quarter acre or something. But you know, those spots are rare and rare over here in LA, where it's hot as heck and people don't really like grass. So you know, they like plants and trees, and understandably, if you've watched my other videos, I don't have any grass. So as a landscaper, you know, in LA, I know you guys on the East Coast put in a lot of grass, but we don't. Unless you're from the East Coast, you know, people don't really put that in anymore, except on commercial sites. So here's the pole extension. You know, the pole extension clips into, over here is the main body. You put, let's see. So you stand this up, you know, to take it out, any attachment, you push this down, and you know, pull the attachment out. But if you're putting a new attachment in, you know, you put it into here, you put this all the way back, and then you're good to go. When you want to let it go, you push this guy, it'll be high when an attachment is in, you push it down, and then you can push this all the way back and take it out. Real simple to attach, you know, nothing too crazy, no pins, no nothing like that. The extension pole's got a nice grip, you know, nice little grip. All the attachments, hold on real quick, let me take this off so I can show you how all the attachments work. They work off of this little pin that goes into here. You can see, let me see if I can show you the inside of that. It clips into there, so you get a nice lock, you know.
and you know, it give you these little caps so you know you're not poking stuff around or that gets broke on you. I can see how that can be a problem, but with the cap, that's pretty you know, not an issue. So that's cool. And then you can even put another extension on here. This works the same as the main body. I like trimming 20-foot hedges or 40-foot hedges sometimes with a 20-foot ladder. And I put this on the hedge trimmer, and you know, it does a great job. You know, it's a little not so steady, but you know, it's a 20-foot pole, so you know, I you know, you can only get so steady. Over here we've got the cultivator. It's a small one, but this is great to get in under trees, to do any type of big weeding that you can't get a rototill in. You know, you can get under trees with this, you can get under plants, anything. This has basically replaced my hoe. You know, you can do anything you would do with a hoe with this. Much quicker. It's electric. You're not breaking your back, you're not bending down because the machine puts you right at level with the ground. You know, great product. I love this guy. I use it daily because I'm weeding in a lot of these residential properties, you know, a lot. That's actually a lot of my work in maintenance. You know, if you guys are maintenance guys, a lot of the stuff we're doing, cutting branches, you know, killing weeds, just making everything look or stay amazing, right? So then over here we've got the string trimmer. Well, actually, let me see the guard on this cultivator, just so I can show you guys. So when you're using it, it gets like this, and the guard prevents, you know, if you got a face mask, most of the stuff from getting in your face. You know, it'll go from here to your legs, so if you got boots, you're okay. Here we've got the trimmer, got the string line that came with it on there. Actually, I'm not a super fan of this head, but it's a decent head, you know. Clip on, not, you know, your regular old string trimmer, you know, smaller head than the Steel or Echo or Husqvarna, but you know, I actually like that because you can maneuver around more stuff. And like I said, I don't use this on all my commercial properties. Not that you can't, but you know, the smaller head, sometimes when you're moving the machine, it's a little bit better, you know, because this trimmer on this body, it's not heavy at all. It's maybe half the weight of any of these gas machines full, which means I can do a lot more work, you know, quicker, just because I'm not lugging that machine around. This trimmer over here, it's a double-sided articulator or articulated hedge trimmer. So you can see these blades. They're nice, you know, I like them. Let's compare them to maybe the Steels. So yeah, the Steel looks obviously a little bit better, but this is like $1,000 machine on its own, you know. Great blades from most machines. I actually used this to cut my 40-foot hedge last year, the biggest hedge I have, and you know, it does great work, but you know, it's super heavy, man. Like, I gotta be up there and I can't reach all the stuff because you know, it doesn't have any way to put an extension on it. So with my 22-foot ladder, I can get 30 feet, you know, maybe 35 feet, but with this other one, I can get the whole 40 feet. So that's the only reason I use it more. It's more lightweight, and you know, I can reach higher with the extension. Actually, Noah Steel has a combi, and Echo has a combi system. I actually want to get both those systems. I just haven't gotten around to it. You know, the Makita I was able to pick up, like I said, because I have a lot of batteries already, and I'm already on a lot of their tools, and I love their tools. So I was able to pick this one up and just get batteries in it, and know I'm gonna get a good product. But you know, the same with Steel, same with Echo, Husqvarna. Those are my go-tos. So over here, this is what you pull down to articulate it. You're gonna pull on this down, and you move to get in any of those knots.
yeah, that's the hedge trimmer right there. So, quick overview of these four. There are 5 pieces that make up the Makita combi system. They have a pole saw as well, and you know, a couple other ones I think, actually, like a edger and stuff. But these are the ones I've picked up and used, and you know, I can recommend to you guys. They're great tools. I think if I have anything else to say about it. Yeah, as far as the battery operated fears go, sorry, it's really hot out here. It's hard to breathe actually in this garage. There's no windows. I need to put some windows in here. Maybe another weekend. But yeah, it's been really hot this weekend. But yeah, as far as those fears go, I think you know, they're a little bit overblown. Makita has reached the point where I think they can be commercial, and even Echo and Steel have it as well. The Echo blower and Echo trimmer I have that are battery operated 56 volt are amazing. I love them. I just don't have enough batteries for them.